Ah, the pen. Means well, go. Yeah. Two. And this one through. And one line. No, slowly like. That was a big one. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I know. I need the advanced license to keep that one, but I'm just at the moment. I'm just sort of practicing with the equipment because normally I don't normally use casting spoons. I just use a very standard hook and lure bait kind of thing. a telescopic pole. The one you get when you start the damn game. I've just been using that just for fun, but the gaming community that I'm with have decided they're going to start a tournament, and they've specified a set of equipment that everyone uses. So everyone's got to use the same equipment, so it keeps it fair. So I'm just getting to grips with it. I don't understand. Like, I understand fishing with bait, like worms or dough balls or anything like that. I understand that because I've done that in real life. I get that, but I don't understand fishing with a casting spoon. I mean, I guess the lure for them is the actual spoon bit itself, and that weight is going into the water and down. You must collect more often and try to make a move. Oh, do you mean to make the casting spoon jiggle around? Is that what you mean? Ah, no, one more done. Seriously, I will take any advice when it comes to fishing with a spoon, like stop and go twitching. What do you mean twitching? What do you mean when I'm just like flicking it up? Yeah, because every now and then it comes up. I can see it says lift and go, and then it'll say stop and go, and all that kind of stuff. So you mean I've literally got to wiggle it about? Is that what you mean? Honestly, I'll take any tips right now. Oh, oh, okay. I mean, there's no point to me farming money because, like I said, the equipment that I'm using right now um, is what is being set for the tournament. When you say twitching, do you mean when I'm like, no, 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 I'm not. Console, buddy. Uh, Set real speed. Real speed? I don't what. I'm a complete noob. Okay, twitching is a move effect. Set real speed to 2 and let you go real twice, then up on the D-pad. Oh yeah, yeah, I know about the real. Now that you said it, yeah, because I know if I hold A, it makes it just go extreme. Hold on, right, okay. So when there's two arrows means the speed is on 2. Okay. I'll let you go real twice, then stop for about a second and roll twice again. So, oh, Twitch. Ah, I just saw where it said twitching. Okay. So at the moment, I'm holding LT to hold it up, and then I'm doing the Twitch thing. Uh-huh. And yeah. If I had an advanced license, I could keep it. But at the moment, I'm just trying to practice. And I think I pulled it out, so I'm gonna have to recast. Okay, right, okay. Real speed to 2. So it's on 2 now. I'll let you go real twice. When you say real twice, do you mean like I didn't tap the real button so we did a little spin? Stop for about a second and real twice again. Practice and make money. Yeah, I know. Right, okay. So let's see if I can get a nice. Ah, dope. Well, thank you, both of you. Yeah. That. Don't tap it. Hold it to make. Oh, hold on. Don't tap it. Hold it and make sure you make it through 2 real cranks. How do I tell if I make it through 2 real cranks? Hold on. Oh, you talking about the? Hold on. Whoa. Okay. I think I got something, boys. Yeah, I've got something. Hey, come on. Pepper. Jesus Christ. Yeah, when you said reel it twice, I thought you just meant sort of like tap it. Come on. There we go. Is that a... Well, so that would have been another pounder. Oh yeah, no, I saw the thing for it anyway, so that was cool. Yeah, just like that. You can see when you guys had spun the reel around once, then twice. If you start on reel speed 1, so basically have the line. So based on that, a good thing to do would be to have the line as long as I can, reel it out, because obviously every time I'm reeling twice, you know, the line's coming closer and closer towards me, getting shorter and shorter, and then I have to reel. Okay. Right, let's try again. See if I can get it out. Ooh, not bad. I love the way it looks on the weighted ones, because on the like the weighted spoons and whatnot, it throws it out so much further, and I love the way that looks. 1, 2. Whoop! I've got another one. That was quick. Do you have any tips for when like I've caught it a good, because at the moment, half a pound. Oh, I can keep that one. Hey. If you're trying to understand it, yeah, I am trying to understand it realistically. I mean, I know it's a game, and games physics whatever. But okay, if you're trying to understand it realistically, when you stop reeling, the lure hits the bottom. Yep, stirring up the terrain. Oh yeah, yeah. Because obviously, it's not like you're fishing on a bed of concrete at the bottom. It's all dirt, so it hits. Yeah, okay, I get that. Yeah, yeah. Then when you continue reeling, your bait gives. Oh, so it's so as opposed to using standard lure on like a normal telescopic one, which just sort of floats in the water, so a fish will only see, ooh, they'll see it, they'll hear sound, they'll see ground vibrate, and they'll see it. Okay, if that's where it's getting, and your bait gives off action where it's supposed, yeah. So it lures them in that way. Okay, your lure takes the light of the sun and the first minute shine, small bit. Okay, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Because at first I was like, how's it going to work without, like, bait on it? I didn't understand, but okay. Alright, yeah, so, like I say, once I've actually caught it, all I'm doing at the moment, I'm holding LT to, well, okay, that just zoomed in, but that just, holds it up. And at the same time, I'm reeling and I'm holding A to make it, damn it, super speed kind of thing. Literally, I'm holding A to make the speed of the reeling really, really the fastest it can be, and then I'm holding the left trigger to, pull it up. Is that the way to go? Is that what you would advise? Oh, oh, nice. I I love that. Oh, only 103. Right, so. Oh no! Wait! When I'm trying to catch it, so. On max reel, fish won't bite the lure. Reel speed 3 will work, but it's a little too fast, might drag on the surface. That's why spot and go technique. Yeah, I get that. I'm saying once they have, what I mean is once they've bitten on it and I'm trying to reel it in, should I reel it in using the max speed? Like after they bit it, should I reel it in using the max speed? That's what I'm getting at now. When the fish bites, you want to hold L2 to set the hook. When you mean L2 to set the hook, hold on. Do you mean this? Oh, Jesus Christ! I fucking got something. Do you mean this? Oh. I did that and I caught. It's just something gone. That's straight away. Oh, hello, a 1.5 pounder. That is the biggest one I've got of that. Hell yeah! Right, so I really want to get this down because the gaming community I'm a part of, it's not the biggest. We're a small little community, and I don't partake in events as often as I do. I'm not the greatest PUBG player. not many of them play Minecraft, and they're trying to organize, they're trying to do things, you know, that we can all play. And one free game is Fishing Planet. So I'm like, you know what? I think I've played that before once. So I want to do well. Right. So basically, here's the technique. Okay. This is for, don't say anything, OG Sponge, because I want you to know that I've understood it and got it right. So at the moment, cast my line out. Okay, so this is the technique for using this low budget equipment. Okay, so cast my line out. So right now, don't press L2. The only technique I should be doing now is the stop and go technique, which is, okay, I've got it set to 2. How do I zoom in? Oh, that's how I zoom in. Not that I need to zoom in. But once it's cast out, I reel twice, wait a second, reel twice, wait a second, reel twice, wait a second, and then when I have caught something, that's when I go max reel speed, lift it up, and boom. Is that correct? Just say yes or no, and then I know like what I'm doing from there. Just get that bit taut again. There we go. Wait less, try and start in half a second. Oh, so between each reel, the wait only has to be like half a second. Half a second. Okay. Oh. Yeah, that seemed to work pretty nicely actually. That little half a second wait. I caught within about 5 seconds of doing that. I caught something. Jesus! Oh my god, that looks like it's gonna be a big one. I haven't seen my rod bend that much. Jesus Christ! Oh man, it's trying to go away. Eee. Come on, come on. Fuck you now. Oh. You have any help here, or is it just like hold it down and keep it going? I think this is a big one. Well done. Now just work at spinning that reel exactly 2 times, or maybe 2.5 before you start reeling. Takes a lot of muscle memory and practice. Yeah. Okay, so I've got the technique down. It's just a case of refining it now. This has got to be a big one. Oh, Jesus! Jesus Christ! Look how much that's bending. Oh, don't freeze. I was like, oh, bloody hell. We could be here a while. Did it something? If they're a really big fish, does it sometimes take a while? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, Lauren. The line's certainly getting shorter. Okay, now we're into the 20s. I think it's given up. I might have gone. What have we got? 1.39 pounds. Hold on. Alright, okay. When it's taking the line out, don't keep reeling, but keep pressure on the fish. When it slows down, continue reeling again. Okay, hold on. I just want to read that. Hold on. When it's taking out the line, don't keep reeling. So, keep holding down on the LT, or yeah, LT. Keep holding down LT, and then when the pressure goes down, that's when I start reeling again, is what you're saying. Okay. Release. Right. Pardon me. You know what I might do? I might just shop. Can I buy a license now? Even though I'm mid-fish. Advance. Oh yes, I can. Yeah, not unlimited. Ha! Okay, let's just get a 1-day license, because then I can actually keep them. Yep. Alright. Okay. Ah. Okay. Don't think of it the game all the time. If you were fishing in real life and a fish was ripping out a dragon, would you stop reeling and let it run till it's tired? That's kind of, oh, okay, yeah. That's a good point. I'm just like game. So when I hold LT, that's just holding it up. It won't let it go anywhere. Cause that's what. So LT is like is that how you put the brakes on it? Yeah, I'm still learning. Is LT putting the brakes on it, or did it just hold it up? Oh, that was an easy catch. Keep. Oh yes. Okay. Yeah, like I said, does LT as well as pulling up? Does that put the brakes on it? Because that's what I don't get. Okay, L2 keep pressing on the first brakes in a way, I guess, but what's your line tension when holding L2? It starts to decrease and go into the green or yellow, then you start, oh, okay, fine, right, okay. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, I suppose. Oh well. Nothing that time. Ooh. I love the way that looks when you cast the line out. It looks magical. Right, okay. Yeah. Fuck. Okay. Whoa! I get what you mean about paying attention to the pressure rule. Because once I've caught something, what instinctively what I do, I'm like LT, RT, A. So like, you know, the speed boost. I'm calling it the speed boost button because obviously, you know, the fact that you're saying L2, that means you're talking about PlayStation controls. So what I'm trying to think about it. PlayStation controls. Hold on. If you wait even less than half a second, just before you hit the bottom, you'll see that you'll get up to 3 dots instead of 1. Yeah, it kept nearly going there, but sorry, keep that. Because what I'm doing when I catch a fish, I'm pressing L2, R2, X. I'm trying to think about the console difference in the controllers. And now what I'm doing is paying attention to the pressure. As that, if it starts going up into red, I let go of RT. I'm still holding on X because obviously when I press RT again when I need to, I'll start doing it faster. But still holding LT. So when I've caught when the fish has bit, when the fish is bit, hold LT. Just hold that down like a mofo. Just keep that held down. But then keep X held down. But I only need to reel when the pressure is like yellow or lower kind of thing. When the pressure is really high, let go of RT, and then yeah, okay. Nope, what am I doing? Ooh, weird smell. Okay. Right, hold on. Okay, so if wait even less off just before you hit the bottom. Okay, 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 okay. Alright, alright. Oh, this is what I fucking hate. Can you fuck off? That is so annoying. Oh, I'm so glad. I hope in the tournament we have a little private lobby. Could fuck off. It's so annoying. Please go away. Not you, OG Sponge. You've been a great help. Yeah, honestly, I would have just been here like, oh, it's not doing anything. It keeps saying stuff, right? So I'm really going to try and work on that stop and go. Because the technique that seems to be working is the stop and go technique. That other guy said something about twitching. I don't understand that. Don't explain it to me. I've just learnt this one, so I want to learn another one. This one first. If you wait even less than half a second just before your lure hits the bottom, you'll see that you get up to 3 dots instead of 1. Okay. Hey, I got 3 dots. I'm not. I can see you've written something, but I'm just looking at the screen. In terms of the stop and go, it's just timing it just so correctly. So as it starts to fall down, you get that timing just ever so correctly. Whoa, hello. Ooh, not bad. I will keep it at. The more dots you have, the more presentable your lure is to the fish, making it more likely to catch the fish. Okay. Yeah, because what I was noticing then, it's the timing of as it goes. It's like just as it starts to fall, that's when I should start reeling, because then it's like it takes a few moments for it to catch up to, you know, start, you know, making the casting spoon actually move, so it keeps it doing that kind of thing almost. Well, that was cool. Okay. Right, okay, so let's work on our stop and go technique. Oh, here's the question. You see in the bottom right, but be around the reel speed, because obviously I can go up and down to adjust the reel speed, but you're saying that the reel speed, a good one for the stop and go technique is reel speed 2, and that seems to be working, so thank you. What are the bars around that? I've tried to look this up. I've tried to look a whole bunch of things up online, but no one seems to know anything of what is that. Before I start doing stop and go, if you could tell me what that is, then that would be enlightening. I probably don't even need to change it, but yeah. Oh shit. Okay. Oh, half an hour. Oh, 805. Clear 'em. Da, da, da. I know your name's OG Sponge, but you've just got Sponge there, so all I can think about is SpongeBob. Please don't spill out. Please don't spill out. It's your drag. It's your drag. How tight your line will get before a fish pulls out. In this case, you have yours set perfectly for how. So 4 out of. I'm just gonna say 4 out of 6. So I'll say it again. It's your drag. How tight your line will get before a fish pulls out. In this case, you have yours set perfectly for how strong your line is. Okay. I'll be honest. I'm trying to think about real world application, and I get it, but I only get it because of what you've said. I don't fully understand it. Hold on. Drag. Okay, I understand what drag is. How tight? So, oh, so is it like the tension as well? So how the line can get? Okay. So if I had it set higher and there was more drag, that means they could pull more. Oh, I've got a dragonfly. Oh, can I zoom in? No, wrong button. Hey, hello. Hello, little friend. Ah, okay. He flied away. Okay, right. I don't need that one. I was planning to play. I was planning to play Minecraft at the same time on my tablet. If your tension reaches the top, your line will snap. Okay. Oh, so if I put it like further down or further up, one way will cause the tension to go. If I either if I set the drag to either lower or higher, one of them will cause the tension to go higher and the line will snap. Oh, right. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Okay, let's practice our stop and go again. Stop and go, stop and go. Ah, fuck. Yeah, I balled that one out. So basically, if I was starting to play around with other different rods and other different casting spoons and fishes, I could adjust that as and when necessary. But at the moment, it's just set to where it needs to be for the type of rod, the casting spoon and the type of fish that I'm trying to catch is set. Yeah, I don't really need to change that at the moment, is what you're saying. Okay. Ah, balled that one up. Come on, baby. I can see you've written something, but I can't look. I'm sorry. Oh no, no, don't. I looked for a second and all I saw was gets decently high. I didn't see the thing you put before that. Gets decently high. We are playing a fishing game here, yeah? I feel like I'm slamming down on the buttons, damn it. Okay. Okay, you said something about twitching. That's all I saw. I saw something about twitching there. Oh, I feel like he's getting tired because he isn't staying up as long. Oh yeah, it's definitely getting shorter now. Come on, what you got for me? So, oh, but it was nearly in the 20s then. Now it's back up to 60. So once I've caught this, I will look at those messages, the chat even. I'm fishing like a pro. Thank you. No, stop reeling, stop reeling, stop reeling when the pressure's high. Come on. Come on, fishy, you're right by me. Come on. Oh. Come on. I could just reach down and pick it up by now. It's right there. It's right there. Just pick it up. It's right there! Jesus Christ. Whoa! Whoa! Over 1.5 pounds. Jesus Christ. That is... I feel like that's the biggest one I've got, but... I don't remember seeing it say new trophy or anything, or, you know, best one yet. Keep that motherfucker. Right, hold on. If your attention was something on this back, want to be just before the top of the meter, okay. Twitching is actually easier. All you do is set your reel speed to 1 and constantly reel in. Then hold LT, L2. You're saying I'm translating the buttons as I'm reading it. All you do is set your reel speed to 1, constantly reel in, then hold L2 for about half-second intervals, or maybe even a quick tap of L2. Oh, literally just boop, boop, boop. No, I'll give that a try now. See how that works out. So I can get 3 dots doing the How do I can't set my speed when it's okay. I have to set speed after I've got out. I can get 3 stop. 3. Fuck. I can. I can get 3 dots when it comes to stop and go. It sounds like a song. I can get 3 dots when I... Okay, so, right. Let's just cast the fucking line out, because I can't set the real speed yet. Alright, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Right, okay, so I just hold down, I reel in constantly, and twitch, 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 and then when it's bit, everything. Oh, hold on, so I reel in constantly using... Okay, treat it like stop and go, just before you hit the bottom, press LT again. Okay, so I hold down reel constantly, then I tap LT just before it hits the bottom, and then when it bites, I use the same method as before. Hold down everything like a motherfucker, but then when the pressure gets high, stop reeling. Okay. Okay, this is easy. Oh, I nearly had a catch then. Let it hang there for a moment. Nearly got something. Damn it. Something bit then, but I think I must have twitched it a bit much before it actually bit there. Okay, that was that was easy. That was easy. I don't know why, because you taught me the stop and go technique first. I kind of really like that one. That's pretty cool. Oh. Okay. I want to try the stop and go one again because you know what? I'm going to alternate it just so I don't forget. So first I have to cast the line out. So stop and go, I need the speed to be on 2, and oh, stop and go is when you reel it twice. Okay, so I don't hold up now. It's just Oh, that was quick. Whoa! Keep. I think this one's kind of cool because I'm not having to use any bait, so I'm not like. Oh, it greened it. You can't see that, but it's come up green in the bottom left. Okay. Yeah. Pardon me. So, right, let's do twitching again. I'm literally just going to alternate it so I don't forget because those seem like two really good techniques. So hold on. Now I need to set it to 1 and constantly reel in and twitch. Okay, I've already caught something from twitching. That didn't take long. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. That tension went up. Oh shit, I'm not meant to be right, okay. I wasn't, this must be quite a big boy because I wasn't reeling it in, I was just holding and the tension was going all the way up to the top then. I wasn't reeling it in and the tension was like at the top. Oh, whoa, whoa, it's at the top again. I wasn't, oh, what was going on? What do I need to do? Do I need to change my drag? For this particular fish, do I need to change my drag? Because, damn. Oh, I don't like it when it does that. Oh, no, help. Help me. Oh man, this is scary. I don't want to break anything. Fish tangles your line. Oh, so what happens when your fish tangles your line? So I don't need to adjust the drag or anything, yeah? Oh shit. Oh, 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 bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Oh yeah. Oh, that really got some distance on there. Jesus Christ, I didn't like that. It's a fucking fishing game and I'm like, nah. Oh, this is going to be another silly big one. I can tell. Ah, itchy leg. Now's not the time for my leg to itch. Itchy head. Oh, don't be pulling it out. Come on, I want to. Okay, let go of L2 when the tension gets too high. Okay. Okay, so if it starts glowing red again, I'll just let go. Yeah, because that was scary. Although I have got it down to 40 now, so oh, 34. We're getting there. Like I said, I feel this is going to be another big one. Come on. I can see just. Come on. I heard it flapping around. I saw and I heard it flapping around. It's like, come on. Give me. There is 0 point to zooming when you're using this kind of thing. What is the point? Come on. Hold the reel button and look down at the fish. Oh! Well, why didn't... Woo! That's a big boy! Nearly 2 pounds. And that was the biggest one I've caught so far because that actually showed it. Dang! Right, okay. Right. So I think it's safe to say I have successfully learned two methods of, getting the fish to bite. But then I've got the technique of, hold on. Hold the reel button and look down at the fish when it's super close to you. So if it's about 20 foot or close, I can look down. Okay, because normally when you look down, it's just like there. And it doesn't do anything. Okay, then. So what are we doing now? I'm doing Twitch. No. Stop and go. Stop and go. Alright, okay. Got one again. Nice. You know what? I was reeling and looking at the same time then, and I don't know why. That sped it up a lot. So as I'm reeling it in, no matter what technique I use, as I reel it in, I'm going to try and look at it. Because, yeah, okay. Whee! I really need to be wearing my headphones right now. Because I love that sound, that sound that you really... Oh, so now I'm doing the other one, twitching. We're doing twitching now. Oh. I don't know why, I thought I had something then. Sorry, oh, okay, we do, oh no, fuck, come on. Yeah, yeah, fucker. What? Oh, I'm confused. I'm so confused. Stop trying to look. Stop trying to look. Just... Okay, right, okay. Look when it's 20 or less. Okay, yeah, let's just do that. Look when it's 20 or less. Oh yeah, way too ahead of myself now. I'll follow it round, I guess. Hey, what we got? Oh, another bass that's over a pound. Nice. Inventory, fish keeper. Okay. You know what? Ow, 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 ow. Oh, here's something I don't understand. You see, on all of these items, well, not the casting spoon, but on the line, the reel, and the rod, it's got like a little. To me, it looks like a little oil icon. What does that mean? What? What is that? What is that? What is that? If you're still there. And now we're going for stop and go. Oh, it's like I like how you're trying to give it to me in Minecraft terms. Durability. Okay. So when it gets kind of lower, am I able to repair it as such? Oh, he's swimming close there. I did think it was that, but I was like, how does durability, like, how does liquid have anything to do with durability? Do I have to oil them up? Yes, when it gets low, I can repair it. Okay. So, I mean, I, you know what? Once I've caught this fish, I'm going to have another look at it again. Why am I reeling? I'm talking and reeling. Okay. Oh yeah, boy. Oh, don't freeze! Don't freeze! Oh, no, down. It feels like it's just gonna go ping. I feel like this is gonna be another big one as well. Come on, nearly there, nearly there. You start swimming out now. You're tired. Your eyes are feeling heavy. Knees weak. Mom spaghetti. But on the water surface. Y'all look calm and ready to drop gills. Come on, you're right here. You're right here. Hey, what we got? Woo! Another over £1.5 bass. Nice, nice. Nice breath. Oh, right, yes, the repairing inventory. How do I repair it, or did it have to be damaged to a certain point when I can repair it? Or can I not repair it while it's on me? Right. Woohoo! Oh. So change the speed to 1 and really twitch. Oh, damage to a certain point, then I can repair. Okay. Yeah, boy. Didn't take 2 seconds. Nope, whoa, whoa, whoa. Nearly fucked that up. Ooh, over £1 bass again. Not bad. Keep. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to back out after the next fisher. Ooh! My reel is 65% by the looks of it. Okay, let's have a look at my inventory now. Am I able to repair this now? Still no. Yeah, durability has it. Oh yeah, that's definitely gone down. So I've got to let it get a bit more, and then I can reel it. Okay. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing, phony worry? Oh, hello. Oh, there's an app I use called iFunny, and You know when you get notifications on your phone and they're not what you're expecting, and there's a social media meme app called iFunny. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but I can see I can see the icon for the notification. I drag down, and the first thing I see is this. It kind of threw me off. I hate it when people rub things in my face. Unless it's boobs. Boobs would be okay. Fucking hell. I thought I had an important notification. I thought someone messaged me saying they loved me. Although my girlfriend is at work, so she's probably busy. Oh. Alright, let's carry on. I'm enjoying this. So I still can't repair it. And then the durability is quite fucked. I'm sorry. I'm weak. Okay, that was just that was the Twitch notification. I mean, can you blame me? Damn. Okay, so that's speeded on 1. I know which technique I'm doing each time now, because I look at it and it's like, okay, I've got the speed on 1, so that means the last one I did was the twitch. So now I step it up to 2, so that means I'm doing stop and go. I like alternating it. Variety is the spice of the fishes. I mean, life. Right. Oh wait, no. Yeah. I'm like, how do I do this again? Real, then stop. Stop. It's literally stop and go. Right. Ah, no! Jesus Christ! Are you sure you want to break the line? I think I must have pressed something then. Damn. When I am, you know, trying to catch the fish, and once the fish has bit the line, is it best to just stay looking forward until it gets within 20 feet and look down, or is it, you know, better to, you know, look around, like sort of where the line actually is? Because at the moment I've been looking around so I can see it. What do you do? Oh, okay, okay. So keep an eye on it, basically. Oh yeah, because when it's in the air, it's not like it's got any tension because it's not swimming like in the water. There's no tension for it to swim against. You know, to create when it's in the water. I mean, when it's in the air. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. In the air, you can just zip. Got you now, motherfucker. Although I'm not certain I've seen any of my fish jump yet, so I think I'm safe with that one. Oh shit! I can move. What? They jumped every time? Oh, is it like when they start splashing at the top? When they're splashing around at the top, is that them jumping essentially? Whey! Nearly 1.5 pounds. I think I'm gonna have to. Yep, I've reached my limit. So when they're splashing around, is that because they broke the surface and they are jumping? Pay attention, Daniel-san. uh, it the fact that you're saying Daniel-san either shows that you're familiar with pop culture or B, you're of a certain age. Press X1, I think, and skip to next morning. That's the point. What is the best time of? Oh, if I press X. Oh, but I need to sell my fish because I can't catch any more fish at the moment because my fish hut is full. What happens if I skip to next morning? Did it sell my fish? And you are correct, it is X, although if you had just said square, I would have also understood. my girlfriend hadn't played on her PlayStation 4 in a while, yet sometimes when she's speaking, when she's talking to her friends, or like, no, when she's explaining something to do with Minecraft to her younger niece, who's like 10 years old or something, I'm in the bathroom and I'm hearing her say, just press triangle. And I'm shouting from the bathroom going, it's Y! Like, how do you get confused when you haven't played it in ages? So, sorry, skipping to next morning will sell my fish as well. Okay. So, 5580. Ah, no. Don't want to leave. I don't want to leave. I just want to go back to fishing. So, fast forward time. Well, like 7 a.m. Is that a good time? Or 6? What's the good time? Well, so obviously I can cheers. One day, I don't want to skip one day. You know what? Fishing would be. It's more complicated as well. Just choose 6 or 7. Okay. 6. I choose 6 then. Oh, hang on. Next morning. Oh, there's actually a button for triangle. I'm going to talk in PlayStation language because you're explaining it mostly in PlayStation language. But I'm just going to press triangle. Your stay on the pond inspired. If you extend your stay for one more day, press A extend. Cost nothing. Okay. Oh, okay, so it does do that automatically. Well, ain't that neat? Oh, so instead, you know what I was doing? Every time before I was backing out, then coming back in. Okay. Nine. Oh, so the license is one. That is the license I bought for one day is one real-time day, not one game-time day. I did wonder about that. Because I'm thinking if I advance it a day, then I'm going to have to get another license. Oh. Right, so now, hold on, let's see if I can repair that Yeah. Nope, I still can't repair. Wow, I have to really let that thing get damaged before I can repair it. It's, yeah, real time, yeah. I was fully prepared to go for one fishing session and then have to pay again. But that's cool. So I don't have to leave back out and then, oh, I have to leave the lake to repair. Oh, okay. So I can't repair it unless I leave the lake. Well, you know what? I am going to leave the lake because I don't know how the repairing works. So that would be useful to know now. Because I haven't had to do that yet. You know what? It's popping up already. So I could just press X to do it now, but I want to know how to do it manually if I have to. Right, so if I go into my inventory and I just scroll down, do I have to unequip it to repair it from that menu? Let's just unequip it anyway. What the hell? Oh, right, okay, so it has to be... Oh, yeah, that, you know what? That makes sense. I can't repair... It's like trying to repair a car when you're driving. No, you have to sort of stop, turn off the engine, take things apart. Yeah, you you took the words right out of my mouth, Mr. Sponge. Do you mind if I call you Mr. Sponge? Okay. Right, so if I press repair... Oh, you know what? That's actually quite okay. It just costs a tiny bit to repair it. Can I repair other stuff as well? Okay, so I can't repair that at the moment because it's not that damaged. And yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to repair my rod. And I can't use any terminal tackle because that kind of wants that now. What about that? That doesn't really need repairing, I don't think. Okay, so I need to put the reel on first, then the line. Just you know, I'm just gonna press cancel, equip, and then just there. Okay. You can't repo, repo, repurpose. Is that repo? Coco, help! Coco the dog, she'll help me. Equip that. Okay, I think we're good to go again. Map. Repair line. Hold on, I do actually have some other line. Look. Oh, bollocks. Oh, I'm getting used to the buttons. If you can see the quality of that, then, you know, advise me. Because I'm is it better to have a longer line? Repair line. You need more line. Or buy more from the shop. That number beside it, where it's got like on the right hand side next to the repair icon. Oh, I pressed it again. Oh boy, your reel can only hold so much anyway. Either should do fine. Okay, well we'll just keep it how it is then for now, and then if it breaks or whatever, I think around that number that it's at now seems it's working fine for the moment. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it, kind of thing, I guess. Okay. I just want to buy stuff. Completed. Shop. Rods. Where do I find... Huh? What? Hold on. I should go to the shop and buy £3 line. Well, the specifications. I'm using the equipment that has been set in the rules for the little tournament that is going on in the gaming community that I'm with. So that's why I haven't really got anything new. What I could get new if it was available for me would be the fish hut, but the largest one that I can get at the moment seems to be unless oh yeah, because I need to level up more. That's why. So hang on, I'm nearly at level 8. So when I get to level 8, I can get that large one. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I just need to level up more, and then I'll be able to get that a larger one. But you've said about £3 line. I mean, I can't use it at the moment, but let's have a look at lines anyway. Hang on a fucking second, because hold on. Right, okay, for the line, it only says mono 05, mono 005, and there's two mono 005s there. What is the difference between them two? Oh, it's just the length. Oh, so that one would be a 150 yard one. That's 300 yards, and that is a 500 yard bit of line. But I've already got loads of lines anyway. So how do I? Oh yeah, that's that the one. How do I navigate through here? Oh, yep. Here we go. Okay. Oh, excuse me. It's the thickness. Okay. Oh yeah. Sorry, I'm looking on the right hand side now where it says length, test, and diameter. Oh, hold on a fucking second. Yeah, because obviously I'm looking at the difference between the 5 and the 7, and where it's got test £2, the other one the 7's got test £3. That's obviously relevant to the thicker the line, the bigger the fish you're able to catch. That's why he set it on the 05. Okay. Okay, well, I don't need to get anything for now, because like I say, I'm just practicing for practicing technique. Well, the one thing I can get is the bigger fish net. So hopefully this next one I'll level up and I can get that one. That'll be cool. Yeah, so much for me playing. Like I said, I was going to play Minecraft, but using these new techniques. I didn't realise it was going to be this kind of rod and lure that I'd be using. Oh, right. Okay, so the best times of day are in the morning, so to speak. Do you have any advice regarding the location on this particular area? Because again, this is the chosen area for the little tournament. So, well, you know what? Where I was before seemed to be working okay. Ow. Oh, let's have a look. Change 3D appearance. XP to next. Oh! Deep water or shallow water off the bridge works well. Oh, okay. I'm looking at you. You might not be able to see this, but XP to next level. I have 1076. XP required to get to the next level. 1080. I definitely think I'm going to be buying that new fish net soon. Fish keep net thing, whatever. Fish up. Oh dear. Okay. So by the bridge. Okay. Take it to the bridge. Go fishing. I feel like I'm playing cards now. Go fish. Oh. Okay, while that loads in, I'm just. Excuse me. Brr. Bread? Why have I got. Did you see? It just showed bread then. I'm like, no. Okay, oh. Right. Excuse me. Alright, my living room is getting a little bit dark now. Okay, the rest of the game is yours to explore. I do recommend you get a heavier rod set up for bigger fish though, regardless of the tournament. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna leave now. Enjoy your fishing. Well, thank you. Dude, thank you so much. Because honestly, without your help, I would have just been just chucking it out there and randomly, pulling the line back every now and then, just like, oh, what's going on? I wouldn't have known a fucking thing. So, thank you. If you have Instagram or Twitter or something like that, I don't normally ask people to follow me. But the only reason I'm saying follow me on Instagram or Twitter is so I can, send you a message saying thank you and potentially show you some photos of the tournament when I blast them out of the water. No pun intended. But yeah, if you follow me on like Instagram or Twitter, I'll keep you updated because if you hadn't helped me, I would have just been like a fish out of water. I gotta stop with the puns. But yeah, I'm not quitting. I just have to pull my capture card out for a moment because I need to get up and turn some lights on. But if you're leaving now, then I'll quickly BRB while I do that. But thank you. Oh, by the way, my name on Twitter and Instagram is the same everywhere, FLC, Dr. LBC. There's the space between the FLC and the Doctor. But thank you. Alright. Okay, let's get some bloody lights turned on. This room is way too dark. Oh, you out there, Coco? Good girl. Yeah, I know, shake off the cobwebs. You get all excited. I don't know. Do you want a treat? What do you want? What do you want? Oh, right. I will let you have one if you go up, up, sit, sit. Cut that, sit, good girl. I'll let you off because of your bad leg. Oh. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, excuse me. And we back. Oh, yeah, we know. Right, turn that off. What? Okay. Activate. Activate. Done. 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 Any messages? Does anybody love me? Right, okay. Yeah, we're just... Wait! That needs to be over there a bit more because I can't see the screen fully.
Mantelpiece in a glass dome with giant Oreo. This is an doily drink mats. My friend and I are avid listeners. listeners will have it. Well, as in insane. My friend is having a rough time with it at the moment. Make it if you said happy birthday to her, her name is Perry. I'm absolutely not going to say happy birthday, Perry. It says, do you remember those happy times when you had stress and had to the lights went down, you had to wave your arms in the air like you just don't care, when an interloper invaded your studio last Christmas? Such happy and simpler times, says Stephen Ambister. Yes, I do remember that. And these are memories that you can have for yourself by simply availing yourself of the opportunity to listen to old shows. It's called The Whole Show. All of these shows get packaged up as podcasts, take the ads out, and all that jazz. So you can listen to them at great speed. It's almost like being fast forward in the future. It's called The Whole Show. It's one of the 3 podcasts that I put up on the basis. The other one is the best of, or one of the other ones is the best of, which is called the Nick Abbott Habit. That comes out on Monday and is about half an hour of old shows which have been edited down by me personally for maximum amusement. I think you'll find them delightful. Ask for my name on an internet near you. The Nick Abbott Habit.
Leading Britain's conversation. LBC with Nick Abbott.
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No! 0345 6060 973. My local high streets, bar 1 or 2, this says, haven't been vibrant since the 1980s, long before the internet, multi-story shopping malls.
Yes.
And
Hallelujah.
and, or maybe it's just and for some. Shopping malls and 24 hour supermarkets. Yes. And
Leave for a second. I want to get
Let's bring the high street
a
back.
one.
This says your genius precedes you. You have combined irrational numbers with imaginary numbers to give a new branch of mathematics, alternative math. Stop moving the screen around. I'm trying to read it. It's like being drunk. The things I'm trying to read are just sipping all over the screen, and I'm trying to follow them. It's like you get one of those laser pointers. Use it on the wall with your cat. It just goes berserk. That's what it's like with me. Stop moving the screen around while I'm trying to read it. I know. Your genius precedes you. You have combined irrational numbers with imaginary numbers to give a new branch of mathematics, alternative maths, if I may name it. Yes, you may. That is indeed worthy of a Nobel Prize, it says. As I keep explaining, maths is not a precise science. It's more about feelings, baby. Let's have a call in. Hendon. John.
Nick,
John.
first of all, how are your knees?
They're fine, thanks.
Good, so now regards. I'm sitting here in the park in Kempton. It's cold, it's dry.
Oh, that's because it costs after different currency. Right. The best one I can buy right now. I can't get that because I don't have the money.
So, discuss with you, first of all, my share with people not going back to work in the city is that eventually the tube transport system will gradually be too expensive to run. There'll have to be massive cutbacks on trains and buses, etc. And if we do that, we'll get the tourists back, which we need to keep this wonderful city going.
This is my major concern. I'm not really bothered about chains of sandwich shops closing. It's very
Well,
it's
hold on.
hold on. It's significant and it affects you personally. You work in a sandwich shop, like a friend, you've just been giving your marching orders. But I find it difficult to be sympathetic with the billionaires that own Brett. You know, they don't need our money. I'm not going to urge people to go back to the office just to save the German billionaires that own Pret a couple of pounds. That's not my concern. Public transport, on the other hand, is. And they've made such great strides in London, particularly, to improve public transport. It's just out of all recognition where it used to be just a few years ago. I mean, the interchange at London Bridge is world class. I mean, Boris Johnson keeps going on about world class this and that. It is truly world class. It is a fantastic station. It's changed getting around London utterly. And the Crossrail, when they actually eventually, if they do finish that, that is equally going to be fantastic going from east to west. But by the time it's finished, they're going to have to shut it down because there's nobody going to be travelling on it. They won't have the money to run it. Is that the point that you're making?
Yeah, that's one. But also the point about Pratt and Cost and all these places, the people who voted for Remain, they were voting to keep those people who work in those places employed. And those people who they were voting.
That's a side issue. They weren't voting for that.
But those European people, because the British people won't work there, those European people who work there are right now out of work.
Well, 60 British people won't work there. Give them 6 months or a year, and maybe they'll be queuing around the block to work in a place like that.
And obviously you're talking about verandas, not verandas. Balconies. Yeah, I mean, people don't sit on their balconies because who's going to sit on their balcony on the Edgware Road or Cossindale?
Oh, so I could take 2 at a time.
Yeah, but not all balconies.
Ooh, that's cool.
Where there's space.
It just amazes me. I mean, I am always outside. Come rain or shine, it can be freezing, it can be snowing, and I'll be outside on my balcony. And I can see many balconies. Over the years, I've seen hundreds of balconies. They're at all times of the day and night. And I could count on the fingers of 2 hands the amount of times in all those years I've ever seen anybody out on their balcony. You just use it as storage. Why do people ask for it and pay extra for it and then not use it? People don't like outside. It can be beautiful outside. And people will be indoors watching Emmerdale. What for?
Is that still on?
I don't know. Is it?
The person you missed out when you said that there was I agree.
Plants.
One of the finest comedian actors, thinking that you forgot to mention.
That just looks weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
How could I forget?
Richard Beckinsale.
Probably.
He's also a great actor.
Not in the same.
Okay, fine. He's still very good. He's very good at porridge.
Okay. It wasn't great porridge.
No, but he's still a very good, again, like
The thing I don't like okay, these shapes are brilliant. Just generally, you know what? It's not just a Sneak brand of thing. It's all shakers that have the same problem. You shake it up, and then you go to open it, because obviously you shake it, then you open it, and sometimes it can go, you get a little bit of there. That's the only thing I don't like about shakers.
Cigar. This says, Nick, the government don't give a damn about local shops. They expect due to astronomical rents, etc., but are now worried about
so we want to go.
Expensive offices to save money. This government
Oh, it's that bit there. That's where we want to go.
Well, there are certain individuals in the government that do look like they would smell a bit. I mean, I don't. I mean that in the nicest possible way. But there are certain individuals who do look like they've slept overnight in skin. They do look like.
Let's go to a random one. Yeah. Wait a minute.
I mean, if you dress like a tramp, then people are going to assume you smell like one too. I've actually got no idea what a tramp smells like. I normally keep, an arm's distance. This says, my good lady worked in an office, never bought a sandwich or coffee from anywhere. She knows how to to use a kitchen, fridge, kettle, and other stuff. Is she knows how to use a kitchen, fridge, kettle, and other stuff. Well, does you knows how to use a keyboard?
Oh, whoops.
It says, since you
I
mentioned
played
cats
this game.
sitting on stuff, I remember when I was in school with my notebook, my cat would sit on my textbook and then just stare. Sooner or later, he would start batting at my pencil. Then after a while, he would proceed to nuzzle my face with his nose. Who needs grades? We have a loving, cute cat, says Jennifer. Cats. They're, if you're not paying attention to them, then they immediately demand you pay attention to them. If, however, you are paying attention to them, then they'll take a swipe at you and then show you their bottom.
Disgusting.
This says, imagine the feeling football supporters must get when they buy the latest season's shirt showing a new gambling company's sponsorship logo. This is a joke. Well, I imagine the feeling that they'll get when they buy the new season's shirt is that they've just been royally ripped off, spending 60 quid on 10 pence worth of nylon. I mean, come on, people. You don't need to buy that stuff. It's
That's a
rubbish.
first.
And talking of hums, you can't breathe in that stuff. It stinks to high heaven. Wear it twice and set it on fire to stop it stinking. This says Margaret Thatcher was famous for saying the lady was not for turning, so will Boris Johnson be remembered for turning and turning and turning? Says Linda in Lancaster. Well, that is a good point. You just never know which direction he's going to charge next. I imagine he's still feeling the effects of the virus. He looks like he's feeling the effects of the virus. But hasn't he lost a lot of weight?
No.
Not a little bit, no. It looks like he's put it on. It says perhaps it's time to restart the Carry On film. Carry On Prime Minister would have been a great one based on the fast things our government is Abiola. But I don't think they need to make a film where we're living in it. The Carry On Prime Minister is our life. That's what we're doing now. Sid James was sadly unavailable, so we got his doppelganger.
Here we go. Okay.
0345 6060 973. Text. Actually, it's more like Hattie Jakes. A little bit more like Hattie Jakes than Sid James.
As shops open up again, how do we all stay safe? Fontaine runs a craft store.
We've made the shop COVID safe. Can't keep 2 meters apart. Make sure it's on meter with extra precautions. Note the number of customers allowed in at any one time. Use the hand sanitizer at the entrance and use contactless payment. I'm loving selling customers again, but please, keep us open. We've all got to keep to the guidelines.
Stay alert, control the virus, save lives. This is LBC from Global, leading Britain's conversation with Nick Abbott. Nobody knows who the hell he is.
You're wondering what it's all about, and I can't tell you because I don't know myself. Kids, eh? Tornado? Oh, it's like so boring. We got it on video. What, real life? Oh, God, it's on the screen. Kids, what a disappointment, eh? It says, I've managed to clear all the squirrels from my garden. How have you done this? How have you managed to clear squirrels from your garden? That's just a nonsense. You have done nothing of the sort. You may think they're gone, but they'll be back. This says, we want Ken from Westminster. Well, you can't have it. So shut up about it. Wanston. Sophie.
Hi, Nick. How are you?
I'm great, mate.
I met you in constellations, and I have to disagree with you, though. You just said, kids are not the problem, it's the adults. Kids are perfect.
Oh, please.
It's a
bunch of snot. What are you talking about?
It's the adults who muck things up and who mix the children up and produce children that have problems.
Just wait long enough and the kids will become the adults that screw everything up.
Exactly, but they only go on the
Need a big
template
boy.
the adults provide.
Oh, I see. It's my fault.
And I'm going to see the kids this week, Nick, because we go back to school, so...
Yeah. Oh, okay, so tell me what advice the government has given you.
I'm completely puzzled. Completely. And
What
they
do you
just...
do in the privacy of your own home? It's entirely your business. I'm talking about the classroom now.
But the thing is, actually, there was one germ of a good idea that you know, they announced the new sort of guidelines about the 2 weeks off and 2 weeks on. And they should have done that in March, because that way you could have kept all the schools open, have the children come in on the rota, and then have them stay at home for 2 weeks, and then the next cohort comes. And that actually could have worked. But why they're telling us now, I do not know.
Yeah, but surely they're only supposed to go away for 2 weeks if there's somebody in their bubble that gets the virus, right?
Yes, but apparently, if they're not, because they closed the schools because obviously there was still a risk. But if there was a risk, they could have trialed it and seen if having children, a large amount, a high number of children in school would affect the rest of the community when they went back into school.
Well, it's bound to. I mean, how can it not? Your children
Of course.
this thing just as much as everybody else. And children are not going to practice social distancing. Social distancing is not a thing that children can get their head around. Of course they won't.
Absolutely. And the thing is, what I don't understand is in supermarkets you have to rent cars, on buses, on trains, and all of those places are confined spaces with a lot of people. What other confined space with a lot of people do we know? A school. My school has over 1,000 people.
You jumped into the answer. You can give me a chance. But miss, I know. All me.
So there's still a risk. There's still a risk in school.
There's a risk to do anything. The government are trying to pretend that it's safe to go back to the office, it's safe to go back to the schools, it's safe to do this, that, and the other. And there's no such thing as safe.
And they're basing it on what they think is happening to society, our country, economically and financially. And that's totally wrong and immoral.
Well, I don't think so. It's not a one-way equation. You can't say that we will protect everybody by locking everybody in so they don't get this disease, because there are consequences to locking everybody in that include death.
Of course there are. It's like that balloon that party, you know those party entertainers have. You squeeze on one bit and then the air pops up in another bit. So the one bit of sympathy they have from me is this is so unique and so novel. No one knows what to do or what they should be doing.
Yeah, well, that's apparent. Yeah. But see, that's why we pay them the big money, is they're supposed to know stuff like this. They're supposed to plan for things like this because we knew this was coming. We've been told that this was coming for decades now. Just go to the cinema in any given year, and there will have been at least one film on pretty much every week that illustrates the exact thing that we're going through now.
That predicts the doom and gloom. Absolutely correct. I completely agree with you. And the other day, I'm absolutely spitting fire at the fact that students are not allowed to take GCSEs, because what they should have done was said, and I've said this before, carry on revising. Exams will happen in August. It will mean you start a month later for your A-level and the next course you do, and you finish a month later next summer. And I'm not the PM and I figured that out. But they still they couldn't stand the exam. The exam board has been saying the off-board has been awful, and we've let our GCSE students down. A-level students here in slightly different categories. Oh, but the other thing, Nick, before I go...
But before you go on to your other thing, let me just say that in relation to what you just said, we appear to be living through the film Carry On Prime Minister at the moment. I think the follow-up is going to be Carry On Revising.
Exactly. I'm so incensed at how it's affecting in this country, and I hope
Gavin Williams has a message for you. Shut up and go away.
he's a nincompoop. That's it. He's a nincompoop of the first order. I have.
I would agree with that.
Nick, I'm going to really embarrass you now. You are my absolute favourite person on the radio. And that other person.
What about Steve Allen?
Now, I know. Now, the thing is, he was coming up fast behind you because he gets me through the morning. And I could not get through my early 4:30 start without the balance. But if people can hear you because you both do something quite different on the radio, and I love Andrew Castle and Tom Torbrig and
Boy, you are really spreading the love about, aren't you? I thought I was special.
But you're special. You are absolutely.
Most special.
You're the nation's honey. You're the nation's honey. And I know you don't like compliments. I'm not going to embarrass you any further. But the other thing about the flat, I completely agree. I have a lovely landlord. I live in a nice part of London. But I miss hanging my clothes out. And it really annoys me when I go past all these new builds with either wooden planks or a child's tricycle or a table that's never occupied. People don't use their bathrooms.
It mystifies me. They pay extra and demand that their flat comes with an outside space, and then they never, ever use it.
Exactly. That's the only thing I wish I could. I have to hang up my clothes and keep to dry, and every time I put them on, I think, oh, has it shrunk from the heat, or have I put on more weight?
Lately, I think for all of us, it's the latter. All right.
I think so.
Thanks a lot, Sophie. 0345 6060 973. You can text 84850. Email nick@lbc.co.uk. If you're on Twitter, it's @lbc. This says, I managed to lock myself in my loft because I'm boarding it out and nobody with a spare key will answer the phone. I've got you and 8 egg custards, which I took up for a snack in this company in complete darkness. Wish me luck. Wish me luck, says Adam. You'll need it, Adam. Because at this time of year, guess what decided to come in from outside to escape the cold? Huge spiders. That's who you have for company. It says, any chance you could use the farmer talking about the expensive sheep as a sound effect? The farmer described it as the best lamb I've ever seen, says Bell. I don't know what I'd do with that. That was one weird sheep, wasn't it? I mean, they were talking about it like, its coat, its eyes, its legs. Oh, it's just so fabulous. Yeah, I've seen that. That lamb wasn't that good looking. It says, Harrods at Heathrow, it's really disturbing. Buy cheese and pate and take it with you, perfectly sealed. Why? Yeah, why? Oh, in what parallel universe is it a good idea to buy cheese before you go on a flight? What are you going to do with it? It says, there's no such thing as a cute cat. They are scrounging, overfed, evil little killers. By the way, dogs are great. They have many practical uses, like killing cats, for instance. Oh my God! This is great. So we can't have a conversation about anything anymore without being divided into two warring factions, can we? You can't like cats if you don't hate dogs, and vice versa. Why can't we just all get along? 0345 6060 973. I know I've been saying this for about an hour and 15 minutes now, but I don't want to talk about the mask rally, or the COVID thing in Trafalgar Square, and also about the getting back to the office thing, because we're about to be encouraged with great vengeance to go back out of our homes and return to the office.
Hello, boys.
0345 6060 973. This says, I must have been asleep for a month because I only recently heard that the education chap referred to as spank. I've only recently heard that education chap referred to as Frank Spencer. It's so obvious. Who Betty says Tony in Inverness, no, I'm not going to be your boyfriend. That was one of the weirdest so-called comedy shows I ever saw that someone used to have. First off, it wasn't at all funny, not even slightly amusing. It was disturbing. Was Frank Spencer, that character, was he supposed to be mentally ill? Was there something mentally wrong with him? Is that why it was supposed to be funny? Or was he canvassed gay man on television? I include Shut That Door. Who is that? Larry Grayson. Well, I mean, there was something wrong with that guy. Not that I'm saying there's something wrong with being a camp gay man. But married to a woman who didn't know, there was something bizarre about that. But I do know it wasn't funny. That's absolutely true. This says, if you live on a private estate, the lease wouldn't allow you to have anything on your balcony other than garden furniture and pot plants. It says, amen. Get you in your private estate. This says, I think the name of the room you were trying to think of is the living room. No. So it's interchangeable with front room or parlour. I think parlour is primarily used in the 20th century and earlier. My dad has a great stereo system in his and my mum's living room / front room. So I spent many hours listening to his record collection when I was a teenager. Yes, we had fancy clocks and curio cabinets, and the fireplace was in there only lit up at Christmas time, says Jennifer. Way too much information there, Jennifer. Yeah, we used to have a radiogram. We've still got it, actually, in my mum's garage. You used to have to turn it on about 3 hours before you actually wanted to hear any sound coming out of it. It took forever to get that thing warmed up. When you tell that to the kids today, they carry around a million songs in their earbud headphones that don't have any wires in them. Like magic. And you explain to them, so you used to have to choose between 12 albums of one of your parents owned. One of which was the Carpenters, which is a pretty good album, by the way. One with the triple gatefold sleeve with them sitting in the red car. The B-side, making it sound as though they were on a 1950s American radio station. Hey, the DJ! Hanging on back since 1954. That kind of thing. Yeah, but if you wanted to listen to any music, or if you, as I used to get up and listen to Kenny and Cash, Kenny over to Dave Cash, or Carol Radio, then you had to turn it on about at least 5 minutes before you wanted to hear it. Warm up, it used to have to. And can you imagine kids these days, or anybody in fact, waiting for something to warm up for 5 minutes before they heard the sound coming from it? They just throw it out the window after about 10 seconds. It's amazing how used to instant we get, and we instantly get used to it. Such that now, I'm looking at my phone, my stupid phone. If it can't tell me the answer that I'm looking for immediately, then I start shouting at it. And I know that doesn't improve its performance, but it makes me feel, actually I was going to say it makes me feel better, but in truth it makes me feel worse. It's just diving into that anger drug that I was talking about yesterday. You know, you get the what's it, squirting about your brain. Whatever the juice is, squirting your brain, you get angry. Or you have running away from tigers, you know, that thing. Immediate we need it. Once we've got used to having a certain speed, like the internet. The internet used to dial up. Of course, if you're under the age of 30, you've got absolutely no idea what I'm talking about. You used to have to dial up the internet, and nobody could use the phone at the same time. You know, one or the other. Somebody picked up the phone, and the internet would disappear. used to come in so, like, a page, even a page of text would just take a minute to load, like one line at a time. You'd be screaming at it. But before you had that computer, you used to have to go out of the house to the library if you wanted to learn something. And instead, you had it squirted right up your house. And still it wasn't fast enough. 0345 606 0973. Right, so I'll talk about this thing that's about to Boris Johnson's going to launch a major drive to get rid back to the office. The government's new slogan: go to work, it's totally safe. Please disregard all that stuff we've been telling you for the last 6 months. That's going to be their new slogan. It's not as catchy as their other slogans, but it gets the point across really well, no?
No.
And as an inducement to taking your life in your hands to stare at a computer screen you can easily and more safely and cheaply do at home, the government says that if you don't do that, you'll get fired.
Fuck.
As in sacked. Ministers warn that working from home will make people more vulnerable to being sacked, which is desperate nonsense. If your company wants to sack you, they can do it while you're in the office or if you're at home. They'll text you either way. It's just that if you're in the office, they'll have to get security to escort you out of the building in case you try to insert the desk chair in your manager. There's a publicity campaign going to hit you next week. It's going to extol the virtues of returning to the workplace, making the emotional case for mixing with colleagues and highlighting the benefits to mental health, which are questionable at best. I mean, there's certainly negative effects on mental health from getting tired and lacking sleep and squeezing onto a train or a bus and herring into the office, looking at your watch because you're late, as opposed to getting up when you want and relaxing into the day to work at your own pace, cuddling the cat or walking the dog at lunchtime instead of bolting down some limp sandwich at your desk for fear of being caught slacking. I mean, which sounds more mentally unhealthful to you? The government's going to provide a reassurance that the workplace is a safe place. They can, in fact, provide no such assurance because they don't know what your workplace is like. This is the problem with frightening everybody into staying in. That was the easy part. It's the encouraging people back out again that's the hard part. So the media blitz is going to focus on the supposed positives of returning to the office. To that. You might not be encouraged with inducements. I mean, you might not like the people in your office. They talk about it as though all offices are a haven of tranquility and love. No, they aren't. A lot of people hate the people they work with. They're delighted to be doing their work from home. But the government is naturally concerned that the changes in our working patterns are happening too quickly. See, this is the problem. If they'd happened over 10 years or 20 years, if we just gradually morphed into working at home, then we would have been able to cope with these changes without too much of a financial hit. But it's all happening at once, that's the problem. Now, in 20 years' time, if we just stick with this, people will look back and think, wow, it was a good job that we did change when we did, because although it was initially deleterious to the economy, look at us now. What a better life we've led over the past 20 years. But to just get us to march back to the old unbalanced way of life, it just seems like a missed opportunity, doesn't it? But it's been forced upon us because of the negative financial effects of changing our work patterns so quickly. That's the problem. The speed at which they're happening, not the change itself, it's the rapidity of it. So this media blitz is going to focus on the supposed positives of returning to the office, and if you don't accept them, there's the backup plan. They've got the carrot, come back, it's great, the water cooler's lovely. And if that doesn't work, there's the stick. Come back or you're all fired. Ministers have sent out messages that bosses at the struggling firm will find it easier to to hand out P45s to people they never see and to colleagues who have been at their desks during the pandemic. No. An astute business person doesn't make their decisions on whether they can see someone. They make their firing decisions on the value to the company. And if they don't, then they're not a very good business person. I mean, we hired Boris Johnson to be our leader, which implies that we shouldn't be left alone to run a bath. That doesn't reflect well on us. Like most that ails the planet, it's our fault. 0345 6060 973. Nobody wants to talk about this stuff at all. You don't want to talk about anything other than what I'm trying to nudge you into chatting about. Oh, well, never mind. I'll just go with the flow. Portsmouth, Ali.
Speaking,
Yes, Aaron.
I'm a truck driver. My limit is 56 miles an hour.
You're a what driver?
I'm a truck driver, lorry driver.
A what?
Lorry driver?
A lorry driver. A lorry driver.
Yeah.
Yes.
56 miles an hour in a Norway.
66.
56.
56.
56. But when I see the car or van or including a recovery car, they drive over 75 or sometimes 90.
Yeah.
I'm just suggesting why the government not using some sort of regulation to say like a speed limiter for any car in the UK, brand new car cannot drive over 70 miles an hour.
Right. Limiter. Speed limiter. Yeah.
So it doesn't work for me as a truck driver.
Believe me, it's coming. Every new car is going to have some tracking device. You will be monitored from space, and if you engage in an infraction of any kind, you will be punished.
I mean, the problem I have is sometimes I have to keep at least like a 4 or 5 seconds or 10 seconds in a car in front of me to give my space to, in case of emergency, to brake. But the second the car can just carry off, it's just coming in front of me.
Well, keep your eyes peeled at all times. I mean, don't forget, we're surrounded by morons. That is absolutely true.
affirmative.
And most of them were driving cars. Some of them driving lorries. Occasionally they're driving buses. Morons drive buses too. And you can tell that people are driven by a moron bus driver because they drive their bus like they're bloke who drives fast cars. Oh God, what's his name? Say it again. Hamilton. Yes, Hamilton. Thank you, Zora. What's his name? I think Zora, you should come in and take over this show because you seem to have it together much more than I do. Lewis Hamilton, they drive their bus like they're Lewis blooming Hamilton, charging away from the bus stop. There's some old beer who's got her hands full of bags from Tesco's. He propelled to the back of the bus. There are tins of cat food going left, right, and centre. See? Morons. Yeah! Dude! This says, my name is Yasmin, and I'm in Christchurch, New Zealand. What Bojo has been useless dealing with this virus? Well, maybe that makes sense in Christchurch, New Zealand. They don't make no sense here. What language do you speak in New Zealand? What Bojo has been useless dealing with this virus? Thank God I live here now. We have a competent Prime Minister in Jacinda Ardern, or Adaran. That's his phrase. Adaran. Isn't that a pill for, what's Adaran for? What's Adaran for? Never heard of it. It's for forgetfulness. Life here is practically back to normal, says that person. Oh no, it's Yasmin, I read that already. Life here is practically back to normal, says Yasmin, or whatever passes for normal in Christchurch, New Zealand. This says suspending images aired and produced when the Conservatives it disappears under Labour governments. Is this because Labour politicians are boring, puritanical micromanagers who can't be laughed at? This is that. Well, there are more laughs under a Conservative administration. That's true. No, that's not true. There's more to laugh at. There are fewer laughs, but more to laugh at, because, you know, when in times of strife, laughter is all we got. And that's all we got. Let's have a call in Bermondsey, Lavinia Grace.
Good evening, Nick.
Lavinia Grace.
Thank you for taking my call.
Thank you for making your call.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. What I'd like to say is earlier, I was in bed, yeah, and I was listening to your thing about the balconies, yeah, and when I heard you mention about the balconies, it actually, I started laughing to myself, because I'll tell you why, and I
Why?
to share this to the nation. Many years ago, I had a balcony, yeah? And what happened, I actually made a pond, a homemade pond, yeah?
Oh,
Yeah, listen to this thing. And most of the night,
I am listening to it.
yeah, I was sitting out on the step on my balcony, and I had millions and millions and millions of frogs in my balcony,
How
and I
many?
loved it.
How many?
Millions, right? And as I was sitting on my step, I mean, at the time I had no shoes on. All I had was a pair of shorts, and all they'd done was hopped on me, hopped on my arms, hopped on my toes.
How many?
It was wonderful. Millions of them. Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing. I'd also, the other side of my balcony was sort of rockery with soil and everything. And on that
What was
side,
the rockery? What was the rockery made of?
rocks and soil. And on that side, I had all these other toads. And
How many?
millions. And listen to this, Nick. Just listen
I
to
am
this.
listening to it.
I mean, this was funny because it brought wonderful memories, which I want to share then to the nation and also to yourself. I used to sit there at night, also in the day, mainly at night, because that's the time they used to come out.
How many of them?
Millions and billions, honestly. It was magical. It was wonderful, Nick.
Well,
And
it sounds
magical.
well, it's not really the word that I'm looking for, but it sounds a delight.
Oh, it was, Nick, yeah? And toads, and I love all animals.
Da-da-da-da.
Really? All of them?
Yeah.
All.
And most of the
Burp.
night, I would sit there, and I would be on another planet most of the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Yeah, well,
Twitching
that
technique.
part I do.
Yeah, and most of the frogs used to be hopping on my head, hopping on my toes, up my leg, and it was magical. And I used to be struck their little head.
Sure. Okay. I totally agree. Thanks a lot for the convincing call. 0345 6060 973. Adderall is for kids with too much energy, i.e. kids, says this one. Yeah, I think, I think that our instinct seems to be drugs. Whatever ails anybody, there's a pill to go with it. And I'm not sure that that's really the right way. There was a newspaper story today about chemicals leaking out of plastic, phthalates, they call them, phthalates. And it's suggested that these phthalates get into the system and cause ADHD. Or it's one of the causes, or it may have a negative effect on the brain of a developing person. And if that's the case, then it would certainly, you would think, have a negative effect on the brain of a already developed person, because they would have sucked in more of that plastic residue.
Fucking hell, that must have been a big one. That must have been a big one, because I wasn't putting any tension on at one point, and it was just, nah.
10, 20 years ago. Plastics leaking into your food, through your skin, just by touching stuff, and causing some sort of chemical reaction in your body. And I'm convinced that the human race is being
106.
I mean, look at the shape of us.
Yeah, they can pull further than that, so
Just a couple of decades ago, we knew
I need
a
to
certain age. Back in school, there was one fat kid in school. One.
unquit.
These days, there's one thin kid in school. Everybody's fat. People aren't really exercising less. Look at the explosion in gyms.
Yeah, that's only
everywhere. There's something like
106.
7,000 gyms in this country. And there did not used to be gyms in the 1970s. If you went to a gym in the 1970s, you were one of those bodybuilder freaks. It wasn't just a normal thing you did after work. And don't tell me that people used to exercise by walking and biking and all that stuff. Oh no, they didn't. Oh no, they didn't. Oh no, they didn't. We had sedentary jobs in the 1970s, just as we have now. Sitting at desks, writing down. The only difference is that we were writing out stuff rather than typing out stuff. So there's some change. It's the food that we eat, which is by and large rubbish. There's that, unless you make it from scratch yourself, like you used to do in the old days. So that is a significant cause of this obesity epidemic. But I also believe that we're being poisoned. The human race is being poisoned. I wouldn't be remotely surprised if the plastics industry was responsible. In the future, I wouldn't be at all surprised if the plastics industry was apologising like the tobacco industry is now, and writing checks for hundreds of millions of pounds. But don't trust me. I'm not a doctor. Like Donald Trump, I have no idea what I'm talking about. I know nothing. What do I know about it? All I know is what's on the internet. And I did read that on the internet. So it must be true. 0345 6060 973.
So we're doing Twitsing right now.
It's acceptable to eat ice cream straight from the tub when you know you will finish it. I suppose. Those tubs, though, when the ice cream starts to melt, they do get a bit leaky. Have you noticed? Yeah, put it in a bowl, Peter, and then you will feel so sophisticated. If you work from home, can you call it sick? Says that. Yeah, well, that's a good point. It's much more likely that you wouldn't call it sick if you're working from home. I mean, it makes sense to me that people's productivity would increase if they work at home. For a start, you don't have the mad rush first thing in the morning, the last thing at night. You don't waste 2 hours a day on getting to and from your computer screen. You can just commute from your bedroom to your kitchen and work there. So there's that. But if you do have these sniffles, then it seems more likely that you would work rather than calling in sick, which, of course, these days you would be required to do. If you're not feeling very well, then they don't want you at work. And so you would have to stay at home where you won't work. It also seems illogical to cram all of your workforce into the same small place, doesn't it? Because if one person gets something, they're all going to get it. And then you ain't got no workforce no more. Everything about working at home makes sense. Everything about it. You get more sleep, you'll feel more rested, have better work.
Not the biggest one.
Balance. You don't have to rush first thing in the morning, last thing at night. You don't have to squeeze on public transport where you are bound to pass on whatever it is that you've got, be it cold or
Somebody broke the line.
or, anything. or the next virus
3
that's
M2,
going
don't we?
to come around the corner, and there will be something, bound to be. And it might not be as relatively benign as this one. It might be more like MERS or SARS, which could kill 15%, 30% of people that get it. And the pollution, the difference in the quality of air caused by us not doing the daily commute. It makes no sense to go back, apart from the fact that the change is happening too quick for there not to be a massive economic consequence. The price we pay for changing too fast may be a price too much. And I'm mostly concerned about public transport, which can't really survive. I mean, unless government is just going to foot the bill and keep providing a service of 100% for 10% of the customers, then it's screwed, isn't it? 0345 6060 973, text 84850, email 8@lbc.co.uk. If you're on Twitter, it's @LBC. I don't want to talk about the rally at Trafalgar Square. I guess nobody that went there is going to be listening to this, are they? I'm not there kind of thing. But maybe I'll talk about that when I come back.
Make ours on LBC. Call 0345 6060 973.
Now everybody's happy.
Almost no one is happy. This says, I used to have a telex machine at work in the 1980s using miles of tape with holes in it just to send messages. And there was tape trailing all over the place in the office at the time. A nightmare. Today's email system is much easier and it's not noisy. The better it is. In fact, it's amazing when you think about it, how businesses used to be created and burst into life and become a thing. Back in the old days when we used to communicate by letter and telephone. You remember telephones, don't you? Of course not. People used to sell shares. You remember, you see pictures of like the trading floor at Stock Exchange. And it used to be all guys wearing the coloured jackets of their various houses. And they used to be yelling at each other and giving each other the finger and putting the 2 fingers up or 3 fingers and palm side and the back of hand side. And they used to write their deal on a piece of paper and throw it on the floor. Somebody would supposedly come and collect that piece of paper, and that was the deal that they just made. Hundreds of millions of pounds written on a piece of paper and then just thrown on the floor, and somebody would come and pick that up. How is that even a thing? Mystifying. Of course, it's all done by computer now.
Affirmative.
Let's have a call in. There's a fellow that was in Trafalgar Square today. Pete.
Hello. First time caller, please be gentle with me.
Good man. So, what happened in Trafalgar Square then? What could you tell us?
Well, it was a very cheap school, and I think rejuvenated for the people who like yourself, who just regaled the country with the ridiculous ludicrousness of the government coronavirus measures. I think everybody came together and sort of raised their opinion on those matters.
Right. And was anybody wearing a mask?
Well, the police who were on site wearing masks.
Yeah.
However, the police who pulled up in a van around the corner got out of the van and then put their masks on. So obviously, coronavirus is very clever. It doesn't exist in Queensland, it does exist on the streets of London.
Is that true? They weren't wearing it in the van, but they were. As soon as they exited the van into outside, then they put them on.
Exactly.
That seems illogical.
Well, if we look at the logic and any of the arguments against by the government, I think we'll be looking for a long time, won't we?
Now, the problem that everything that you just said seems reasonable, but the problem that people have with the gathering that was in Trafalgar Square is a lot of the people who were speaking.
Stop and go
don't
rather
seem
easy.
reasonable at all. In
Peter
fact, they seem to
Pedro,
be,
what are you doing?
Away with the fairies.
Okay.
Well, like all of the people that were supposed to be
You must
speaking.
have to give me a name.
Like,
One person who you know by name who where
all of the people that were on the poster advertising this event. David Icke's name wasn't on there, but all the people that were on there, they all got a reputation, like a bad smell, trailing behind them.
Well, you would have to ask, why is it the mainstream media, the Telegraph, the Daily Mail, the Express, the BBC, the ITV, why have they not got a massive bad smell behind them at the moment? Because all they've done is tell us a load of lies since March this year. So let's not look at bad smells from so-called cheap on a poster. Let's look at bad smells from people who, people are supposed to trust and believe and are good, supposed to be a good source of information.
I've gone down too far.
A rainbow of sources, many of which don't agree with each other on anything. So what lies is it that you think organisations as disparate as the BBC, the Guardian and the Mail and the Telegraph have agreed with each other to tell?
Oh, I'm around there. Okay.
I wasn't actually specifically saying there are lies. I said they're focusing on the incorrect truth.
Ah.
Wait, back up. What's the difference between an incorrect truth and a lie?
An irrelevant truth. Sorry, it's just a bad choice of words there, I guess. So, I tried to work today, listening to LBC, it comes on the radio, and the only news they had about the coronavirus was that India had now reached legal truth about coronavirus. And I was like, what relevance is that? It's back to me in this country,
Well, it depends on whether you are interested in people. I mean, the people that live in India, they're people too.
Well, absolutely, and I'm sure freedom of the is serious. However, I'm having to deal with the day-to-day of not being able to go and have a cup of tea with my mum in her back garden. Wow, simultaneously, she's allowed to have guests in her bed and breakfast from anywhere in the world. Where's the logic in that?
Well, I can't see the logic in that.
No, there's no logic.
Well, I guess that's a decision that's made on economic grounds. You aren't providing any economic benefit by having a cup of tea with your mum. But the business that your mother is running does provide an economic benefit.
I could argue I'm having a long-term economic benefit on her because hopefully my, wonderful presence would give her a few more precious moments on this planet, and she would be able to generate a little bit more revenue for the government while she's still here.
Well, that's an interesting way to think about your mother. But I get your point. So, I mean, some of the speakers there, they did seem to be, come on, you're a reasonable, intelligent man. I mean, some of the speakers, the stuff that they come out with was just, who can believe that stuff? I mean, come on.
Absolutely. I was just waiting for David Icke to bring the aliens out and thinking, he's going to leave that large piece of excrement in the middle of the punch, do a beautiful speech about personality about aliens. They do.
But that doesn't mean
everything he said was very relevant.
But you can't dismiss that was a man who does believe that the royal family is shape-shifting aliens, reptiles rather. So everything that he says subsequent to saying that is tinged with that thought, no?
Well, yeah, of course it is. But we have exactly the same situation as they did about politicians. Maybe not to the extreme level that they think, something as extreme as the Royal Magazine Church of England tell you, however. But,
I mean, if somebody does say that out loud, it is rather difficult to take them seriously, don't you think?
Yeah, well, on that specific matter, I absolutely do. But, you know, we had a doctor who stood up in front of on Capitol Hill a couple of months ago and talked about how doctors historically.
This thing that Donald Trump is back on, right?
And that's right, yeah. And then immediately all the press were swinging the just at the same time, while she's a doctor, and she's been a doctor for years and years and years, on the other hand, she's a minister of the church, and she has some very interesting ideas about demons and those sort of things. Yeah.
Right. Again, rather difficult to take somebody seriously if they start talking about that stuff. And just because
it's not religious, it's not. Not if you live your life by the Bible, it's not.
Yeah, okay, but you can't mix religion and medicine. One is based on fact, and the other is based on made up stories and whether you believe them or not. One is evidence-based, and the other is the opposite of that. And just because somebody is a doctor doesn't mean to say that they're right about anything. Dr. Mengele was a doctor. Harold Shipman, the world's most prolific serial killer, was a doctor.
Well, he was pretty right in this right now.
All right, thanks a lot, Pete. That went better than I expected it to. 0345 6060 973.
Everything's going extremely well.
You bet your life it's not. So it's now illegal to gather more than 30 people in the same place at the same time. I don't think that was intended to stop things like the gathering in Trafalgar Square. I think they brought that in because the kids have started doing the disco dancing again. Haven't they? I mean, it's in them, and it must come out. Every now and again, I catch myself by surprise. I had no idea I was going to do that. Yeah, I think it's all about kids going mental, at the rave. Writhing their bodies to those insistent jungle rhythms.
Disgusting.
I think that's what that's about. No more than 30 people in the same place at the same time. But it does also cover what happened in Trafalgar Square. Well, the 10,000 COVID-19 conspiracy theorists who believe the virus is a hoax gathered in Trafalgar Square to protest against lockdown restrictions and vaccination programs. Demonstrators in the Unite for Freedom rally, and didn't they have a nice day for it, by the way?
No.
It was blooming freezing outside. Freezing, cold, wet. The United Freedom rally, which started at noon, called for an end to government lies. Oh, they got a long wait. An end to government lies. And they also want the restoration of all freedoms as they marched past Downing Street towards the Houses of Parliament. I came by Downing Street at about 8, something like that. And there was a wall of police persons standing outside Downing Street. Nobody else was around, just them. Pictures from the demonstration, which are all over the internet, showed that Trafalgar Square was almost full of protesters. None of them were wearing masks, holding signs that
£1.5 spotted bass.
But in their defense,
Yeah, no wonder that took a while. He's a big boy. He's a big boy. Yeah. I'm gonna keep him. Inventory. Let's look at my fish people.
Stick out. People don't wear masks much in Sweden.
They are in weight order.
And they're doing better with
Okay, so if I select it,
video from the scene showed organisers label the government as terrorists who are waging a war on the people of this country.
info.
Which seems a bit extreme. One man said this is a political agenda to commit mass genocide on the population. That is their agenda, which goes beyond extreme and into the territory. And there's a picture of some signs being held up, which had obviously been made previously. And they said, stand up for X, hashtag pandemic, hashtag scamdemic, hashtag save our children, hashtag save our elderly, hashtag no forced vaccines, hashtag no to genocide, hashtag no to muzzle masks, which is a lot of hashtags for a sign, especially as they are a Twitter thing that only work on the internet. Maybe the people spend so much time looking for misinformation on social media that they don't actually understand the difference between Twitter and real life. And just to go through that sign, stand up for X. I've got no idea what that means, other than maybe it means that people, the presenters on Radio X should stand up.
Selecting
That's what
does
that means, and I
nothing.
should agree with that.
Info
There's no reason
just
why they should be sitting
brings
down
that
and doing
up.
their show. Let's start a campaign. Let's get Chris Moyles to stand up when he's presenting that show. We must do it for the benefit of the station. And then their sign says pandemic, scamdemic. It's just cute twists on the word pandemic, implying that it's all a scam and a plan. Did we really? Does this seem like a plan to you? And do you think that the government is so it's just so efficient that if this was actually a plan, that it would be working this well? I mean, come on. Have you seen who's in charge?
Yeah. Where
Exactly. I mean, it's the same with 9/11. I mean, if it had been a plan, if it was a government inside conspiracy to do 9/11, those planes would have missed. I mean, look who was in charge at the time.
Absolutely.
Pandemic, scamdemic. And then they say, save our children, and I'm all for that. And then they say, save our elderly, and I'm all for that too, up to a point. Shall we say 65, then they get a job. And then it says, no forced vaccines, which is contentious, because vaccines don't work. It's only when people take vaccines that they work. And if there's a significant number of people who refuse to take a vaccine, then we've got a big problem. And there was a poll done a while ago. Would you take a vaccine? And the result was not encouraging. Only half of people who express a preference in the UK would definitely get the coronavirus vaccine. This is reported in the Metro on the 9th of this month. Conspiracy theories and declining trust in government have affected the potential uptake in new poll revealed. Declining trust in the government. Well, why would that be?
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, right. Okay, I get it. And then there's to genocide, and I'm with them on that. I am anti-genocide. And finally, no to muzzle masks. And I have to say, I'm getting over them myself, really. I mean, like I said, they don't go in for much in Sweden or the Netherlands, and they seem to be doing all right compared to us. And let's face it, it's getting a bit old putting those things on. I mean, I do it. I'm a good boy, aren't you? So overall, I'd say I agree with about 50% of those signs, but I probably disagree 100% with the people that are holding them. And so there was this Unite for Freedom march, promising speeches by top-class doctors and nurses, who were all apparently unavailable. So they got these people instead. And it was some list. Professor Dolores Cahill, a professor who has been asked to resign from the leading European Union Scientific Committee over online claims that she made about the COVID-19 pandemic, which included, but were not limited to, lockdown and social distancing is not needed to stop the spread of the virus, she said. People who recover are then immune for life after 10 days. And deaths and illnesses could have been prevented by extra
I
vitamins.
want to go back to the film.
those claims. And the European Commission said the claims made by Ms. Cahill could cause, quote, significant harm if taken literally, if taken internally. Dr. Iqbal Adil, another, the General Medical Council of the United Kingdom, suspended the medical practice of the British Pakistani doctor who claimed that the deadly coronavirus pandemic was a conspiracy by the elite to control the world.
Actually, no, I just got that massive one here.
On social media platforms.
Yeah, what is it?
Recently, he tweeted that the virus was orchestrated by the elite and is indeed a hoax. There's Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, trained as an osteopath, which is someone who manipulates the muscles of the joints to relieve pain. Not an expert on medicines, but she's a well-known anti-vaxxer. Then Dr. Andrew Kaufman, the natural healing consultant. He talks about how a future COVID-19 vaccine would provide a vessel to inject genes into humans, first by a procedure known as electroporation, in which the vaccine will make humans into genetically modified organisms. Mark Linus, a visiting fellow at Cornell University's Alliance for Science group, told Reuters that no vaccine can genetically modify human DNA. It's just a myth, he said, often spread intentionally by anti-vaccination activists to deliberately generate confusion and mistrust. He said genetic modification would involve the deliberate insertion of foreign DNA into the nucleus of the human cell. And vaccines don't do that. He said vaccines work by training the immune system to recognize a pathogen. When it attempts to infect the body, this is mostly done by the injection of viral antigens, or weakened live viruses that stimulate an immune response through the production of antibodies. And then there was Eric Neptune, a chiropractor, someone who manipulates the spine to treat pain, so not an expert on medicines. He said, right now, I'm telling you, right now, the answer is quinine. I want everybody listening right now to do this. I want every one of you to go today, see if you can buy some quinine, and if not, get some Schweppes tonic water. Tonic water has a ton of quinine in it. Which sounds like another dingbat quack cure, like injecting bleach or introducing light into the body, which was suggested by Dr. Donald Trump.
I'm not a doctor.
The amount of quinine contained in commercial beverages is roughly 83 milligrams per litre, as per the restrictions of the Food and Drug Administration in America. Health experts there are of the opinion that quinine contained in tonic water is way too diluted, and therefore will not be effective. The effects of taking a high zinc intake can cause nausea, vomiting, loss of appetite, abdominal cramps, diarrhea, headaches, and therefore this latest so-called remedy is not just misleading, it could be dangerous as well. And then there was a Dr. Michael Norway, about whom I could find no information at all.
Yeah.
Kate Shemirani described herself as a natural nurse. Tweeted on the COVID test, the test is very bad word beginning with C, and we're all likely to test positive. The lying liars of lies are about to kill 50 million over 5 years in Britain alone. I mean, come on, people. In response to this tweet, which read, a 33-year-old man in Hong Kong has contracted COVID-19 twice this year in what's said to be the first documented case of reinfection. You probably heard about that, right? She wrote, it means the script is being followed. Pandemic. I repeat my case. Come on, people. She links COVID-19 to 5G telephone signals, one of those, and to the UNICEF post that petitioned for a vaccine for every health worker. She tweeted, don't do it, it's a kill shot. Check your pensions. They spent them. You are dispensable to validate the lie. Can't have you all uninfected and surviving now, can we? So those were the medical professionals addressing the crowd in Trafalgar Square. And then there was Piers Corbyn, of course, the weather forecaster, who claims that earthquakes are caused by the sun and that climate change is not a thing. It's not a great ball, people, really, is it? And then, of course, there's David Icke, who said what a joy it is to look out on an island of sanity in a world of madness, while hopping up and down like you should be in a padded room. He's the fellow that thinks that 9/11 was a conspiracy and the royal family are shape-shifting lizards. If you haven't heard that before, I'm not making it up. That's what he thinks. Shape-shifting lizards. Well, she may be a shape-shifting lizard, but she's a British shape-shifting lizard. Well, mostly German, of course, but that's not the point. And as proof she's a lizard, I ask you, what's her name? Elizabeth, or Liz for short. Coincidence?
Yes.
Some of the people look perfectly reasonable until you heard what they were agreeing with.
I was in my
The
ringtone.
virus is a made-up thing used for control of the world's population by Bill Gates. And
I
members
still
of the
don't get
deep
that, but
state who are really running things. And then you might think that the crowd in Trafalgar Square was a bunch of the credulous, the permanently furious, phonies, opportunistic peddlers of books and videos to the perpetually gullible and conspiracy nuts. They were goofball
Oh yeah, I just caught that
weirdos,
bit, so,
intellectual hippies who discovered Facebook and found a simple-to-understand answer for every complicated question they had about the world. Explanations that were so crazy they must be true. You know, if it hadn't been for Facebook and that moon-faced creep who runs it, they would be chanting some religious nonsense. But they found the entirely attractive explanations of conspiracy and underground cabals of alien overlords that explain anything. Assuming you've got the mental acuity of a soap dish. No offence. 0345 6060 973.
Nick Abbott on LBC.
You've got a good, your mind is a little bit, three-dimensional.
This says the effect of quinine in tonic water is greatly amplified when a generous amount of gin is added, says Squid. Bottoms up, booze. If the royal family are reptiles, says this, you would think that there would be royals in a warmer climate, says Paul. This says, you changed my life. A few weeks ago, you spoke about rethinking food as fuel, and it really stuck with me. I keep that in mind now, and coupled with exercise, I've lost 4 pounds. Fat, not cash. 4 pounds in the last 10 days. Release a book, Abbott's Lose for Flabbers, #1 for Christmas. No doubt, says Max in Croydon. Well, I'm glad to hear it, Max. Now, don't take my word for it. Always consult a trained professional. I'm not a doctor, but if you treat food as a treat, I know that's 2 uses of the word treat in the same sentence. Despite the fact that I know words.
I'm very highly educated. I know words. I have the best words.
If it's a treat to you, then you've probably got a bad relationship with food. Think of it more as fuel, which is what it is, of course. But it used to be that you'd go out and get just enough food that you could pull off a bush or cut off an animal you just felled with an arrow, and you just eat that. You wouldn't think, yeah, but what else can I have? Oh, knock up some biscuits and cake, and we'll have pizza. Or you just had whatever it was that was to hand, and you ate that. You stopped eating when you were full. Fuel, it's fuel. If you think of it as fuel, then you'll obsess about it less, and you'll reset your relationship with food. But like I say, I know nothing.
I know nothing.
So,
Let's speak again. You sort of
Pretty cool. But with some genuine help and tips.
Kids get ADHD.
that's it.
Yeah, I'm off the 1 pounders, man.
And you find it me.
1 pounders.
Can I go on? Yeah. It was like I was watching it on London website, London Real, and in a nutshell, basically Rockefeller in the 20s, he bought a pharmaceutical company that Hitler used to make biological weapons, and he converted it into a filmmaking factory.
Filmmaking.
Yeah, he made these wonder films which would treat all illnesses. And he sold it to the American people,
And Rockefeller.
No.
Right.
Which people?
Oh, the American people.
Well, all of them.
Well, anyone who fired, I suppose.
Oh, you mean the Pells? I think you meant the company.
Oh, no.
Well, what were the Pells
No.
called?
Rockefeller bought the
Yeah, but what were the Pells called? What were they selling?
wonder pills, and it's made out of oil of petroleum-based pills. And he outlawed herbal remedies, yeah. Who cares what the others? Rockefeller.
Outlawed herbal remedies?
Yeah.
But you can still buy them.
Well, even the American government sort of shoot them under the carpet and push this stuff onto the public.
Yeah, but you can still buy them.
Yeah. But currently, this documentary, like I say, the pandemic, it's making me think it's really. But yeah, anyway, I watched it and see what I come from with it.
Okay, see, the problem with watching stuff like that is that you believe the last thing you saw. Just like if you look at documentaries about 9/11, then you think, oh gosh, yeah, they're right. Look, there's a shadow there, and so that plane really wasn't in the place that they said it was. There's this piece of evidence, and you can see it reflected in the window over here. And it's like the moon shot. Why is there a shadow going that way when the sun's over there and it should be going that way? Or why is there a reflection in the helmet of the person who's having a picture taken of him in a spacesuit? And it all looks so believable. You just believe the last thing you saw. That's the danger of looking at the stuff on the World Wide Web. And at least in the media, things have to jump through a hoop to get to you first. They have to actually have some kind of fact checking. You can't just print any old rubbish and tell you it's the truth, because there will be consequences if they don't. Whereas on the internet, there are no consequences. All you get is clicks. That's all you get.
Right. So if I didn't mention the word pandemic, you would take me more seriously.
No. Well, only up to the point that you started saying what you just did.
Why? It's what happened. Rockefeller sold oil-based pills.
But you have no evidence other than you just saw the documentary that said that.
But that's what we do every day. We read the paper and we come out with, oh, that's what happened. We believe it.
Yeah, but did you hear the point about me saying you have to jump through a number of hoops to get that information out to the public if you are part of the quotes mainstream media? Everything else is just somebody writing up whatever passing thought flips across their brain in their bedroom.
But then on that point you're making now, I could add also in that exactly the same documentary, they were saying that fact checkers have blocked them from publishing, right, because it goes against the narrative. Yeah. Which
is a perfect circle, isn't it? If you don't believe what we're saying, then that's the plan of the evil overlords. That's their whole modus operandi. You must believe me, otherwise you're just falling into their trap. This is what Donald Trump does. This is why he has so many credulous supporters. You must vote for me, otherwise my opposing number is going to take your guns and he's going to rip the Bible from your hands and he's going to eat your children. And if you don't believe what I'm saying, then that's exactly what they want you to believe. It's just too convenient and too tight. Conspiracy theories are like that. That's why they're so attractive.
Word.
Because it just seals the misinformation.
I got another spotted bias.
Impenetrable ball.
I got enough spotted bias.
Because they instilled this idea in
spotted bias.
That's exactly
Spotted bias. Spotted bias. It's the spotted bias. I kind of got to press the phone in my tree. Like, why are you posting PUBG stuff? Like, we got a chicken dinner.
I'm not saying you should believe anybody. You should check it with different sources.
trust Google.
But Google isn't a disseminator of information. Google just points you in the direction of other things.
On like, can you check the facts? Really, can you check in facts?
Yeah, of course you
can.
can.
See it. Why?
Well, because
you know,
if, for instance, the Times and the Guardian and the BBC and the Telegraph all say the same thing, all coming from very disparate places and different political persuasions, then you can be fairly confident that what they're saying is right as far as they are aware.
What if the umbrella company above them is telling them, you know, like Big Pharma is telling them, you pay your advertising, we run your companies, we fund you, we do what we tell you. You put out this story and not that story. That's what this pandemic took it all in there. Honestly.
Yes,
it goes into details.
Well, I'm sure it goes into details, Tony, but just because they have details does not mean to say that those details are correct. And I refer you back to my original contention that people are wired to believe the last thing they saw, which is why these videos, and I've seen a couple of them,
Oh, nice.
to make you believe what
Proper
it is
nice.
that
See how long we got?
it's because it's the last thing you saw.
I've done
They'll
longer.
say, well, you know, there's
What are we doing? Oh yeah.
the plane that went into the Pentagon, there's the video, and it explodes, but you can't see the plane actually go in because the film wasn't running fast enough. So there is a gap. So therefore the plane didn't go in. They blew the Pentagon up themselves, and therefore there's evidence. And you think, oh yeah, that's right. Until you read something else that explains it, and then you believe that. Just cross-check. Just don't believe whatever you read or see on Twitter or YouTube or Facebook. In fact, treat everything that you see on all of those sites with the greatest caution. Treat it as though you were being told by somebody who sleeps in a bus stop, which could quite possibly be the truth. You've got no idea who makes up that stuff.
This is LBC with Nick Abbott.
I feel lightheaded. That's what I feel.
This, as you say, today's protests are nonsensical, but how come the BBC do not mention the London protests on their news app? Maybe they don't want to,
Wait.
they are hyping the pandemic.
Your mum be only 2 seconds, okay? You know what? Look, I give you a treat. You stay quiet until mummy gets home, okay? Good girl. Every night when, like, Kirsty's about to go home, she starts. As she knows. Yeah, we need to.
I wouldn't be at all surprised if plastics was the thing that was changing the shape of the human race. I would be kind of surprised if it wasn't the case. I mean, we're surrounded by it. Utterly and completely surrounded by plastic. And it's a relatively new thing to be surrounded by. In fact, it coincides really with the changing of the shape of the human race.
Oh,
Humans
that was
didn't
shit.
used to come in the shape that they do now. And now it's everywhere. And like I said, I do not believe that people are exercising less. I just don't believe it. And kids are fat now. At primary school. So this, we are being poisoned in some way. I'm absolutely convinced by it. And I'm sure that the prepared food, the easy calories that people buy at the supermarket may have some in it, but it seems to me that's over and above that. And there's all sorts of things that we do now that we would do in the 1970s. When we slather ourselves with all of these unctuous chemicals and squirts of various types, and they're honours all the time. As soon as you wash it off, you put it back on again. And
Oh
they
dear.
themselves, the individual chemicals themselves, may be perfectly safe. We've absolutely no idea what they're like in combination. We've got no clue. Something's happening. I mean, the ADHD and all of that. I mean, just read the headlines. All this stuff seems to be the cause of the chemical imbalance. But like I said, don't take my word for it. I know nothing. I know nothing. 0345 6060 973. Let's have Seven Oaks. Mark.
Hi, that meeting in Trafalgar Square sounds like a conspiracy to me to make Boris Johnson look competent.
Yeah, how's that going, by the way? Here we go. It's still not working.
Shush.
Why does Boris Johnson expect employers and employees who find working from home their advantage to stop doing that, coming to the office to save the economy in the city when he's going to trash the economy by coming out of the single market and the customs union and probably damage the prospects of those very companies that he's talking about?
It's an interesting dichotomy. Yes, on one hand, we are engaged, we have been persuaded to engage in a national exercise of self-harm, and on the other hand, he's trying to persuade us to risk potential personal harm in order to save the economy. It's a bizarre situation for him.
Yes, I think I may have found some sort of understanding of the people who just want Brexit, rather than the people who have some sort of coherent economic plan. When I heard the government's message telling employers they have to hurry up and get on with preparations for the change and so on and so forth, I think that sort of Brexiter thinks that they are telling their employer that, which in a sense they have. These are people, I think, who have basically run out of any hope and, like a rioter, are just trying to get back at people who they consider to be responsible for their position. Some said they're probably right, but
So this has got to be a big one.
Going to smash the neighbour.
Hello, there we go.
I mean, that sort of advertisement, I think, would appeal to that person, but it's not necessary for a big company.
This has got to be a big one.
And for the small company that sells individually to people,
It was nearly about to break my line at one point because it went out so far.
they're probably just giving up on that
Come on.
because they're going to be hit with huge percentages. When I bought something from the States, I had to pay 36% as a consequence of it coming from abroad. Almost none of that was duty. Most of it was the pay that I had to make to the customs agent. And I mean, if I was buying a large quantity of stuff, it wouldn't have mattered. But it kills the sort of single sale right there. And I think a lot of small businesses may well be relying.
Yeah, I don't think that. Small businesses
Jesus! Fucking nearly £2.
This extra paperwork and the upset to their supply chains and all the rest
Yeah,
of it. So there's a vast number of just sort of giving up on Europe as a market because they just can't cope.
Well, certainly when we last were approaching a no-deal Brexit cliff edge, you know, previous to all of this, the Remedy was saying that they were disappointed by the number of people who were not taking up their forms to apply for all sorts of preferred trader status.
Yes, I can't remember the exact number, but it was a vast number. I think by far the majority of small businesses have got absolutely no preparation. They don't really know. They've got no clue really what's about to happen to them. They've got no preparation for any of that stuff because they're running businesses. They're busy already. They're working 12, 13, 14 hours a day, 7 days a week. business off the ground. Bruh. Can't deal with any of this stuff. I think the assumption is that the government is so stupid as to take us into something that they need to they need to fix themselves. That the government is.
Fucking hell.
Hello. Hi. You must be going.
Provide some solution to these problems, but
we
they're
go.
not.
The thing is that what we're talking about here are businesses that are not up to the
Yeah, not bad. I've been playing Fishing Planet for like 3.5 hours. Some dude came on watching me from YouTube named OG Sponge, and he was giving me genuine tips and stuff. And I was like, because of this little FLC tournament thing, I had no idea like how to use the specific rod that I was doing. That he was teaching me techniques, like because normally with the other style, it was just like you had like a sort of live, like a worm or a doble or a bit of cheese or something. You cast it out, you can see the lure on top bobbing up and down, and then when it sort of starts moving around frantically, it's like, oh, you caught a fish, reel it in, do all that. Not with this. This one, it works. It's like a weight that goes into the water and actually goes down, and you have to. There's two techniques that I learned. The first one, yes. Like on the right hand side of the screen now, you can see like a little thing there. Can you see it? It's just moving.
Oh yeah.
That's the weight that's gone down to the bottom. So there's two techniques. There's stop and go, which is I reel it a little bit. So just pay attention to that thing on the right hand side.
Yeah, it's like moving about.
And the stop and go should have 3 lights underneath it. If I'm doing it right. The more lights it has, the higher the visibility to the fish. Yes. Oh, fuck. And that's using the stop and go technique where like I reel it a little bit on a certain speed and then I stop. So literally stop and go. The other technique which he taught me, which was twitching. So I set the reel speed to the slowest it'll go. I continuously just reeling, and then I do this. I go. You see on the right hand side now it says twitching. This one's a bit more. It's easier to do because you're just doing that, but trying to keep those 3 dots full is a little bit more difficult. It's easier to do, but it's more difficult to keep it successful. And then he was teaching me like when you've actually caught it, because basically this one here, if you pull that sort of gets the tension going. It's like almost like a brake, so that keeps the tension up, but they can still go around. When you hold the right trigger, that reels it in. And I didn't understand about that meter there's a meter on the right hand side, and that will show you when I've caught a fish how much tension is going on. If the tension is all the way up, stop reeling it in. Before, whenever I caught a fish, I was going, and if you hold down that button on the bottom right, that's the speed of the reel. That temporarily caused it to go maximum, so you can reel in really quickly. Whenever I caught a fish before, I was just holding down everything in the hope that it would just work. So I was just going, just trying to pull it in. But apparently, that's not good for the tension. So what he told me to do was, when I've caught a fish and the tension's up really high, just hold down the tension thing. Don't try to reel it in, because he said, stop thinking about it like a game and thinking about it like how you would do real life. And I'm like, oh yeah, because when the fish is pulling, you wouldn't then still be trying to reel it in. You'd just be holding it going like that, and then when it relaxes, that's when you reel into more, and then hold it and then relax, and hold it and relax. And I thought, oh yeah. So yeah, that was quite interesting. Oh right, okay. Yeah,